Hey trail travelers, this is Carrie, and today we're going to talk about the DJI Osmo Action. So stay right there. We'll be right back. Now there's certainly a number of different action cameras available on the market, GoPro being the most known brand out there. And recently DJI came out with this little guy, the Osmo Action. And normally these are $399. You'll often see them on sale for $349. I've seen them on sale down for $319. They bounce around in price, but figure you're going to be in the mid 300s for this versus the GoPro, especially the new Hero 8, which is quite a bit more expensive. And what's nice about it is a number of different features that it has. First off, it has a front display. I'll turn that on here. So you can see what you're shooting. If you have this mounted in your vehicle on a GoPro, there's no way to see if it's lined up. So I'm gonna take two fingers, double tap on the back, and now I have a front-facing screen so I can make sure that my shot is lined up when this is in the vehicle. So that's a great feature. The latest firmware on it adds hyperlapse, and we'll do some examples of hyperlapse pretty soon. Time lapse, it can do up to 4K 60, it can do 1080 at 120, so you can get some good slow motion stuff on it. What really attracts me to this is the feature called Rocksteady. Now GoPro does have their version called Hyper Smooth, and it's Hyper Smooth 2.0 in the new GoPro Hero 8. And I think what gets me about the Osmo Action is its algorithm that really seems tuned for what we do out there. Now here's some footage of us going up on some trails, and this is just suction cup mounted to the front windshield. So there's no stabilization, I'm not using a gimbal, and the trail looks fantastic. It's nice and solid, it's not really moving, left and right, it's not bouncing around, but you can see how much movement there is in the vehicle by the hood moving all over the place. And with a lot of other action cameras or even the older GoPros, that video is so hard to watch because it's just bouncing all over the place with the vehicle. With the Osmo Action, it really seems tuned for this type of application where the road ahead of us, the trail that we're on, is super, super smooth, but it just kind of throws away all the other movement, such as the hood, making the footage much, much easier to watch. It makes it way more enjoyable to watch. It is waterproof, it's down to 33 feet, so very handy if it falls in a stream or pond or lake or something, or if you splash it with water, it's not going to do anything. And if you happen to crack this front piece here, you just unscrew it and you get a replacement for like 24 bucks and just screw it back on. And this is what makes it waterproof. So if this isn't tight and it goes in the water, you could get water damage. So one thing you got to do is make sure that you're tying it down pretty good. Now, for those who really are into their photography or videography and you want to do long exposures or you want to get your shutter speed just right, Polar Pro makes a whole line of ND filters for this. We'll talk about using ND filters some other time. I don't want to really get into that. On the side, it has a micro SD and the USB-C for charging. On the top, it's got a power button and the record button over here, and it has a replaceable battery that goes in the compartment down here. Batteries are pretty cheap. I haven't bothered to buy extra batteries because the thing lasts me several hours of recording, and often when it's just sitting in the vehicle recording, I'll run a USB cable down to a USB port in the vehicle and just keep it charged. So when I go to take it out of the vehicle, then it's always at 100%. So I always keep it charged or charging when it's up on the dash recording so that it's charging and recording without killing the battery. So big fan of the DJI Osmo Action. I think if you're looking for an action cam and you haven't bought one already, seriously consider the DJI Osmo Action. Now I'm gonna put a link in the description below to Multicopter Warehouse where I recommend you go and buy these from. And the one thing I want to suggest when you buy this is to purchase the DJI Care Refresh for this. That's an accidental damage insurance plan. Now it costs $29 up front to get the plan, and then should something happen to this, you have to recover it, so you can't just lose it, but should you run over it, you crack the glass, or it takes water damage or something, you get a complete replacement for 29 bucks. And you can do that twice in 12 months. So it's a fantastic insurance plan that's very, very cheap. And if you never end up using it, you're only out 30 bucks. But if you have to replace the camera, now you got 30 bucks up front and 30 bucks for the replacement, so that's 60. It's way cheaper than dropping another 350 to replace the camera. So I highly recommend the DJI Care Refresh plan for that. So that's the DJI Osmo Action. Runs you typically $349. Get it at Multicopter Warehouse in the link below. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Kerry. Really appreciate all the likes and subscribes. Check out all the upcoming videos that we have coming out on product reviews, tip techniques, different trail videos by subscribing and checking that bell icon to get notified whenever there's a new video. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you on the trail. Take care.